fire. Try not to bend my feet. I'm tired of fighting, saying things we don't mean.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. Today I'm coming to you with my kind of get ready with me. I'm doing a little bit of skincare and preparing my skin, as well as showing you my updated products that I've been using for my skin routine. And I've just also kind of put on a little bit on some makeup for today and to kind of show you what I've been using. So if you do want to see my updated skincare routine and a little get ready with me, then just keep watching. I'm going to start by washing my face. I've started using the Paula's Choice Pore Normalizing Cleanser for blemish prone skin. It dissolves pore clogging oil, makeup and impurities, and it rinses clean without drying the skin. I think this has played a massive part in my skin being so clear recently. I haven't got anything on my skin right now, and I did wash it last night, but especially it's really hot at the moment, so at the moment it's so hot. So I'm just going to cleanse my skin, and I'm just going to dip it in a little bit of water, and I'm just going to cleanse it. I've got a little towel underneath here because, guys, the lighting in the bathroom, it's literally beyond a joke. I've got 2 ring lights and nothing's working, so it's going to be the new thing when I move. And it kind of foams, but kind of doesn't, so I'm just going to cleanse and then I'm going to wash it off. I've got a cloth that's specifically for my face. I'm just going to dip it in the water that I've got here, and I'm just going to kind of wipe it off. This is mainly just to make sure there's nothing from kind of where it would have been left on your skin. As I said, I did cleanse last night, so I'm just going to make sure there's nothing. And if the towel is clean, I mean, I don't really wear concealer when I'm at home, so there shouldn't be anything on my skin really, but I am going to do a little get ready with me today. So I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on, and I've kind of started using a little bit more different products than I normally would. So my last video would have been in March, and things have changed quite a bit with my routine since then. Okay, so now my face has dried a little bit. I'm just going to use a little bit of the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant with salicylic acid. Now, this has transformed my skin, and I think this, with obviously a routine in general, works really well together. I'm just going to pat this into my skin because I've heard that some people don't even use a cotton pad, they just put it straight on their face. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last, I think it was my quarantine beauty. I think at that point I had the small size just to see if it works, and now I've obviously gone for the full size, which is obviously just after I tried it, and I really enjoyed how it works on my skin. So I'm just going to tap that in, and I think it's really important to tap so your skin kind of absorbs the product as opposed to like wiping, because you're not distributing it properly. So now that the exfoliant is kind of sunk into my face a little bit, I just don't want to kind of layer products on too quickly one after another, so I always give it just a minute or two to just kind of absorb into the skin. And the next thing that I have kind of implemented into my skincare routine is the Paula's Choice 10% Niacinamide. As far as if I'm not pronouncing it right, please correct me. It's a booster with vitamin B3 and vitamin B5. I will link all the products down below. This was definitely one of my more expensive products that I've purchased, and again, this isn't sponsored. I just have constantly watched other people's routines, and I've kind of built up my own over the time. And just get a little bit of just kind of this size and just squeeze it in. And I always, it's kind of like a watery substance, and I just press it in to my skin. It doesn't smell of anything really. The other good thing about Paula's Choice is that there's no fragrances. It's obviously really good for sensitive skin. I think the main thing I was watching is with fragrance products and how it reacts to your skin. Even things like lavender, kind of essential oils, they can irritate your skin, and I never think my skin is sensitive, but I do think sometimes I do experience some redness, so this kind of avoids that. and it is for all skin types. It's kind of like a glass, and it's obviously, it's kind of working well with all the other products that I'm currently using. All of these the last two products that I've used, the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid, as well as the niacinamide, it's really, really important during the day to put sunscreen on, because these are obviously chemicals that are working towards repairing your skin, and obviously you need to make sure that that top layer is protected with a sunscreen. Now, the moisturizer that I use before putting on the Spectrum hydrating fluid is the Water-Infusing Electrolyte Moisturiser. This is also by Paula's Choice, just obviously because they all work really well together. So this is kind of a water-based. It's kind of like a white cream, and then when you kind of move it around, it feels like you're putting water on your skin. It kind of distributes really nice and evenly. So I'm just going to redistribute that over my face, and always don't forget the neck, and go up, because gravity is already pulling us down. Okay, so now I have put the moisturizer on my face and it has absorbed. I'm just gonna go in with the Ultralight Daily Hydrating Fluid. This is by Paula's Choice too. This is the small size, travel size, and I'm just waiting for them to email me when the big one is in stock, just because obviously right now they're super popular. And it's kind of like this cream, and it honestly smells like you're on holiday, and I love that scent, even with the kind of tanning oils. I love that smell so much. And it kind of is white when you first put it on, and then you kind of blend it in. But this one works really nice like under makeup as well, so it's just really nice and hydrating, and it makes your concealer look so glowy, as opposed to, I don't like to look really mattified. I like to look like my skin, you know, you can still see it. I don't kind of cake my foundation, just because I don't think it kind of looks nice on me, obviously with my skin, and I don't know, maybe I'm just not applying it right. I'm so bad at makeup, so I don't really use a lot, just because I don't want to make a fool out of myself. So I'm just kind of tapping it into. Oh my god, you guys, it is so hot today. I've got 2 ring lights here and 1 there, and honestly, I just had a little break because the camera died, and I've just ordered 2 more batteries with an actual charger, just because I just can't. Why do I never charge my camera? I always just use it and I'm like, yep, let's pop it away, and then go to use it. I'm like, okay, fine, 2 hours to charge, great. So that's all applied. I've applied the sunscreen. So skincare wise, we are most done really. The other moisturizer I wanted to talk to you guys about that I do use is the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors Surface Hydration Formula. This one, if it's gonna zoom, is it gonna focus? That's it. So this is the one I do use, and at the moment I'm just using the one by Paula's Choice. So either one I really, really do like using. So obviously now with my, just kind of what I would put on my face, I don't use a lot of makeup. This is my little makeup bag. It's by Estella Bartlett. This is actually, I used it as like a travel thing, but I've kind of reorganized everything. So this is what I'm using. So my normal, jeez, you guys, it's so messy in here. So let's get it everywhere. Right, so in my previous video, you would have seen that I was using the YSL Touche Clotte. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is it. It's so pretty and it matches my mascara, but it's too dark for me because I'm pale, so don't mind me. I'm just going to use a lighter one. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 20 concealer corrector, and this is what it looks like. I used to use this in 2016, and then I just stopped using it and just switched back to just a different one, and then I've just gone back to it now. So I'm just going to use the Fit Me concealer underneath my eyes. I might zoom you slightly in for this part. Oh, do I even know how to use this camera? Do I? A bit too close there, guys, isn't it? Let's zoom you out a little bit. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to use that under my eyes. This one is, look at that. Always have a little bit of red around my nose. I don't know why. Can't seem to get rid of it. And because it's so hot, like I've broken out in a couple of spots. So I'm just going to here. I always do like a little line there now. Don't know why, just do. And then a little bit around here and a little bit over there. I do like look this way, my mirror's here, so I'm just going to try not to and use the viewfinder as much as I can, but I literally sometimes can't. Okay, so I always let it like sit on for a little while, and I'm just going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush as always. Do you know what? I don't know how long I've had this. You know, they say you're not supposed to have, and I'm just going to use a little bit of rose water spray, which I'm going to actually talk about later, just to wet it a little bit and just kind of not make it as dry, because I feel like it makes my skin look dry and it doesn't blend as nicely. So I'm just going to blend a little bit this way, and then in the corners I use my finger just because I want it to blend really nicely. I don't want it to not blend. Yeah, so I always use my ring finger because it doesn't have a lot of pressure on. I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. I've noticed that I've run out of my eye cream, and it's the Clinique one as far as I think. I think that's the only one I use, and I've stopped using it, and I need to reorder some more, but to be completely honest with you, I cannot see that much of a difference without using it. They always do say, sorry, there's like something there. They always do say that it's just like a thicker moisturizer for under your eyes, so I don't know. I might repurchase just because it makes my eyes really hydrated, but I'm not kind of sure if I do need it, but I don't want to regret not using them. So that's the concealer aspect of things. Now, with just warming up my skin a little bit, just because now I look like a ghost a little bit, I'm going to use the Hoola Matte Bronzer. But not anyone else, just not use this brush. I don't use this brush like ever. I just use my other brush. Where is it? Keep dropping things. This doesn't have a name, but it's like a huge brush. Huge brush. Alright, let's warm up the face. Do you know what, you guys? I'm literally only going to pick up white stones for the garden. And what else do I need to get? I need to get some, basically my whole life right now revolves around the garden and like redoing it. We have been spending so much time just redoing the garden, and honestly it's coming along so well, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah. And I always just kind of bronze my neck. I'm going to zoom you guys out for this bit because I feel like you're so close and just don't want you to be like scared. So I'm just going to bronze up here like that. Do you know what? I don't know if you can see, but my hair is just all over the place. I've got, salons are finally reopening here in the UK, and my hair will finally have a little haircut. And my hairdresser has actually just been promoted. Shout out to Nikita. Has keep dropping things today. My hairdresser Nikita has been promoted because she's a queen, and yeah, she's gonna do her magic on my hair. I'm just gonna put some Carmex on, you guys, because no one wants crusty lips, do they? Okay, so we've done bronzer. Lately, what I've been doing, I was wondering if I should show you because I just feel like I'm gonna bore you, but I've been using this angled brush, this one right here, like that, and I've just been using the Very M in the Buff palette, and I've been using this color here, the black one. Is it black? Yeah, kind of like a super dark brown. Can you see? Focus, girl, focus. Yeah, that one. And I've just been like lining my lash line with it. So I just kind of, why does like stuff keep going in my hair like all the time? Right, so I'm gonna not talk for this bit because then I'm gonna ruin everything. Can you just see it just gives a little bit of just definition to the lash line, and then it looks nicer when you've got the mascara on. Can you see? Just like slightly. That one's not as defined. I think they've still got some from like last night, where obviously I've washed my eye makeup, but there's still a little bit of residue. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. And that's it. I think it just adds something to the eye, just slightly. It kind of accentuates it. So I'm just going to curl the lashes. I'm using the same lash curler that I used in my last video. What is the name of this? It says the Vintage Cosmetic Co. I got this from good old TK Maxx. I love TK Maxx, or it may be called TJ Maxx. I think that's what it's called in America. And I'm just going to curl my lashes and try not clip my eyeball. That, and all I'm going to do is use my mascara. This is the YSL Mascara Volume Effect. And I really do like this mascara a lot, and I'm just going to put my mascara on, and I always start at the root, as I've mentioned I think before, and it just makes them much more fuller. I don't kind of go for them to be too long, I just want them to be just kind of nice and full. But obviously to avoid clumpiness, I always kind of wiggle the wand a little bit, just so it kind of coats each individual lash without any sort of clumpiness. I think I've got to a point where I literally can do this without a mirror. You watch, I'm going to have mascara all over my eyelids in a minute. Okay, so I've just done the mascara. I think all I'm going to do is just purely brush my eyebrows. I don't fill them in anymore much. I do have an eyebrow pencil that should be here somewhere. It's in here, but I don't really use it apart from kind of the spoolie at the end, but I'm going to use this one today. I'm just going to brush them up. Obviously everyone prefers their eyebrows a certain way. I really like them like brushed up and the kind of bushy effect. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's taken me a long time to get my eyebrows to where they are now without having to kind of fill them in. I had literally French fry eyebrows. Oh my god, I'm gonna try and see if I can find a photo. They were literally like, I can't explain. So I don't touch them much anymore. I just literally brush them up, and sometimes if obviously they're not going to stay up, today they probably will stay up, I put some kind of hair gel in there, or Vaseline, or like coconut oil. I just don't know, but you can always carry one of these around, just kind of brush during the day. And then all I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of lipstick. This is the only one I use really. This is the Maybelline Mauve For Me New York Color 373. And because I've already got Carmex on my lips, I don't apply it so it looks super kind of intense. I just dab it on a little bit just to give some colour. Oh my god, do you know what? This makeup tutorial, well, it's not even a makeup tutorial, it's probably exactly the same as my last one. You're probably going to be like, what are you doing? But I missed filming. Can't travel, so can't do travel films. We were supposed to be in Milan with my sister, but it got cancelled understandably, so we are trying to reschedule it. We're trying to schedule another one towards the end of the year as well, kind of to go away somewhere. I want to go to Paris again, because I've never been in the winter and I really want to go. But yeah, this year just needs to be done and over and just go. But yeah, this is it. And this is pure rose water. I used to use the Mario Badescu rose water, and the more TikToks I was watching about it and the more research, honestly, there was zero to none rose water in the actual product. And the ingredients, when you read an ingredient list, the first product is the one that's got the highest concentration and the highest kind of part in the product itself. If it's like the last one or the last second to last, it means there's like less than 1% of it in there. So I'm just going to spray this, and I usually keep it in the fridge. I've just taken it out the fridge to show you, and it's just a clear bottle, and it's just pure rose damascena, I think it's called, and I just spray it from afar because otherwise you watch, like, everything's just going to get ruined. And it just refreshes everything and gives you a little bit of a go. And I'm not going to put highlighter on or anything, just because it's, yeah, I just don't want to put too much on today. So this is it, I think. This is the end of the video. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will obviously link all the products I have used down below, and if you do have any suggestions for future videos, please do let me know. I am trying to kind of come up with new things, but I'm really mindful of everyone. I don't want to kind of do everything else everyone else is doing, so I've kind of had a tough time with, obviously, motivation with filming YouTube videos, just because of obviously how difficult it is right now to kind of grow an audience. But I really enjoy making them, and I really enjoy editing them, mostly my travel ones too. So I do it because I love the editing and the filming process, and I just love kind of putting out videos for you guys, even if it's 20 of you that are watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please obviously let me know in the comments what you would like to see next from me. Please hit the subscribe button and join the family. It would mean a lot to me. I will link all my other socials in the description bar below, and my TikTok that I'm kind of more active on. But I obviously want to kind of smash more videos out this year, and even next year I want to kind of film more for you. I'm kind of in the process of redoing the studio upstairs. I have got obviously a brand new chair coming, which is so nice, and it will be kind of like a filming, editing sort of setup, which I'm really excited for. So I'm kind of on Pinterest at the moment trying to find the best ideas, the best kind of color schemes that I want. So I'm really, really excited for that, and just to kind of create it and make it exactly how I want it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Feels like